Good evening, everyone. So here we are again, friends reunited for a third year running. The Northern Ireland Open final is between Judd Trump and Ronnie O'Sullivan. Trump, first 7 frames was 43, but he responded with a century after Trump made one in frame 7. Just as it was getting good, they had to stop, of course, as the session ended.
Don't see two more attacking players in the game. Although, to say that, they can both play excellent safety. Surprised there wasn't more longer frames than there were with that kind of safety battle. But they're such good long potters as well, and with Ronnie O'Sullivan, you know, his long pot.
I do think as well, and we saw it at the end of the afternoon, if one ups their game, the other I think will follow. We saw that with Trump making a century, then O'Sullivan making one. Trophy. Coming in today.
Foul. Ronnie O'Sullivan 4.
Yeah, I wish this is a test of cueing. Made the shot just that little bit harder by playing it with a bit of screw.
1.
Does the black go? It does. Oh, looks like this does go to the green pocket.
9.
In it goes. He gave that quite a lot of thought. Covered that red over the corner with the black.
Well, as ever, these sessions and mini sessions, there's a 4-frame mini session here. Trump could win it 3-1, then he's only 1 from victory. You feel
20.
Trump looking for world ranking title number 19.
Couple of years. Amazing confidence that he got from winning this tournament.
26.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it, Joe's #1 attraction, best player, many would certainly argue. And he took the confidence from that, of course, beat him in the Masters. 3rd year running.
There isn't many people that enjoys playing O'Sullivan, but I think he had a chance. O'Sullivan. One more easy red, possibly 2.
Switch of hands.
50.
Yeah, it's good that you mentioned that, David, because he plays very well with it. And always worth mentioning. So
58.
look at the side he had on that cue ball.
O'Sullivan needs a snooker. Little cannon.
Yep, and that will do, I think, 61 points, the difference.
66.
This is what you call punishment. And it started off with a good red, but then a wonderful black.
Yeah, it was slightly leaving the lot on had he missed it, but he didn't miss it. He's so confident now for the reasons we've explained, all those titles.
74.
And he's eyeing another one here. This is the perfect start, really, for the making a sizable break in the opening frame of the night. Bendy 9th of the season, that's 1 more than Neil Robertson. And for his career, 7-4. Work to do to make another one here, but you wouldn't put it past him. Not to be, but a great start for Trump. He's going to play on, but clearly the frame has gone.
Yeah, I don't blame him for playing on.
One.
Of table again. Good shot.
8. Nine.
A little bit of practice. And why not?
Careful to tell everybody he's not been practicing at the venue. He's been getting his practice in the matches themselves. He knows there's a big threat to win at least 2 of them. Otherwise there might not be an interval. Played Judd Trump in the Tour Championship, trailed 6-2, came back to win 10-9 on the black. We know he's capable,
29.
Of course he is. So used to winning, you know, you can see him pulling away if he gets the chances.
33. $38. 44.
Making the clearance, but it was Trump who did the damage at 89. 51. And people are practicing for the UK Championship, which starts here in the morning. So that event will start 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. And of course, we'll have coverage throughout the day on Eurosport. We start in the
This right corner. And in it goes. Cue ball. Frame. He left the same red to the left corner, but he managed to cover it with the yellow. And what a difference it can make.
On red on, Trump will probably knock it in.
Even if you get a good cue ball.
5.
But so will O'Sullivan and Birch to break off. But no, I'm not so sure.
Well, Trump knows all about that because, of course, at the English Open, and Neil broke off. That was his only shot. Trump made a century to win it. In fact, the same had happened to...
Saying about the break off, it used to be an advantage. Now I think I'd be scared to death breaking off in a decider.
21.
But normally doesn't leave it to the last red. Trump, if he gets a chance to go into them, as does O'Sullivan, of course, if he gets a chance to go in, all these things going through his mind now. Do I leave an angle on the black? Do I play for the loose reds?
29.
And very good at this shot normally, because he has to play it at pace. Look at that. Now, is he on this red to the right corner? Or did have made to this frame? Not sure if he can pop this one to the middle either.
36.
But he could.
Giving it the woe is me act, but Trump knocked in a good red to the middle.
Good cut on the red and getting that cue ball out of balk, but unless he can get the cannon to the reds from there. Well, fine. Wonderful. Looking at trying to miss the pink on the right. Would be a good shot to play, but Sir would full in the face. He's missing, he hit the pink, but doesn't win frames.
Judd Trump,
Not at this level.
So Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Just have a look to see how these reds are going to split. 2 reds required.
6.
Yep, O'Sullivan's had 2 shots in this frame. This is the ball then that, barring Snooker, is completing a hat-trick of Northern Ireland Open title victories.
12.
I think the interesting thing about the final, apart from the brilliant players involved, is the question, you know, who is Snooker's top dog? Is it the world #1? Is it the... But right now, at this point, Trump is the one who's been consistent. O'Sullivan, of course, has won the biggest timing in. Ronnie O'Sullivan's world champion again. It was Judd Trump the year before, of course. So, I mean, they're all big frames, but the next one really is, isn't it? Because if it goes 8-3, it's going to take something special as Trump tries the thinnest of cuts.
Trump 26.
O'Sullivan again coming back, but he's 81.
Foul. Ronnie O'Sullivan 7.
Perfectly, when it's live play. He clears up here, doesn't mean anything, it's still Trump's frame.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 5.
I don't know because I haven't asked him, is because he hasn't practiced much, so he's just using it just to hit a few balls and using it as practice. Hopefully if he does get a chance in one of the next frames, he scores heavy.
One thing's for sure, it's made no difference whatsoever to Trump.
One.
Look at that for a shot, left-handed, side on the cue ball, just slightly overhit it.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 7.
He's thinking of playing a shot here.
Foul. Ronnie O'Sullivan 7. And a free one. Free. Seven.
Bottom line is Judd Trump 55, and then from O'Sullivan's misjudged safety did enough to put this frame beyond doubt, so Ronnie O'Sullivan's in trouble in this final.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 25. Friend Judd Trump.
He's got a chain forward, it's been on Judd Trump's mantelpiece the last 2 years. Can he complete a hat-trick? He's still in front. It was 7-3, it's now 7-5. Big frames still to come. Fascinating battle. It's not all been big breaks, but these two are fighting so hard. Since 2 other greats Stephen Hendry and Jimmy White contested the World Championship final 1992 to 94. And Hendry was the last player to win the same ranking.
Shouldn't be a problem. Coming off that right side cushion, landing up into the back of reds. That's not a good safety. Caught them too thick than he would have wanted. A big shot that. Missed the red, it can go anywhere. Red went into the pack of reds and left a chance.
One.
Just drop it in for the red. Here's that left corner. Oh well, there is a red that will go. It's gone in.
Lucky not to be on one, but it looked, as you say at first glance, like he wasn't. Now it's up to him to do the damage, reassert himself in this final.
Keep your concentration because it's so easy to miss an easy one. Get
21.
Carried away with they're all easing into everything now. It's a massive frame, this.
We know of winning titles in recent times. Don't get ahead of yourself. Jack with him, his brother, and great scenes of celebration, but players aren't allowed guests at the moment. So it's going to be a case of, most important thing about that sentence is the trophy's in the car. It means he would have won it.
37.
Doesn't really want to go into the reds because there's plenty that will go. Well, may have to play for that red behind the black. He doesn't have to. Might just feel... No, he could have been the other side of that red. As I say, it doesn't have to. There's other shots that he could play. He's missed the cannon, but he's okay. He's
3 balls away from... In fact, he's on this one anyway to the left corner. 3 balls away from 8-5.
61.
Well, that was a rank bonus that to be on that.
Challenge of these long matches. Trump has come out with purpose here. He needs this red. He should be one from the title. This is an excellent break, this.
Yeah, well, he did get the first chance. He played good safety shots. And unfortunately, the red then went into the pack of reds and split them. This final is one shot, cost you.
Where of course Trump 1, O'Sullivan 2. Meeting for the 3rd time in this final. And it's been great viewing. And I say, one thing for sure is they've been fighting for every point. O'Sullivan has got to really fight now. He's going to be 3 down with 4 left. By any means. But Trump, he's looking for one more chance potentially to get. He's already had a century in frame 7. And this is a very timely one, isn't it, in frame 13.
Oh, we've got the applause.
It's his 9th of the tournament. Of course, he made a maximum in round 2.
101. 100.
If in doubt.
He looks comfortable, doesn't he? You know, he gets down to play right-handed, his opposite hand, and he looks so comfortable.
Well, this is going to be cut back. Not to be, but 115. Terrific break.
Judd Trump on
On the all-time list on his own at the moment, he's tied with Neil Robertson and Mark Selby.
Angle on the black. So on the red to get to the black.
1.
And not the best angle on the black. May have to play for that red nearest the left corner. The thing about Ronnie O'Sullivan is that I never see him panic, even when he's
9.
doesn't realise that he could lose if he misses this one or that one. Great.
17.
Excellent. That's closest to it. Really want to play cannons going into the reds.
4. 25.
Maximum. But at this moment in time, he'll be thinking about frame.
33.
By potting that one, it a little too straight on.
Forty-one.
If it had been 100,000 for the maximum, it might have been different.
47.
Well, this is, I think, worrying sight for anyone to have to watch this. Jimmy was saying in the interval.
Yeah, just. But it's nasty.
61.
This isn't a guaranteed black either. Nicely played. Yeah, I missed a couple of those things.
There's left here, but it looks like we're going into another one.
24. 75.
I think he's that really do. He's asked a lot of questions of himself during this break and answered them all.
He made a 130 in frame 8, which came after Trump's 128.
He just has a little wince there, kick that he got. He doesn't bother having the...
Mighty.
Yes.
93. Foul. Judd Trump 7. On Sullivan.
So the break ends at 93.
Must get a good break off. And gets a lot of left-hand side on the cue.
clip up, could be over the standard that we're playing at. Trump also knows, though, that one error from him, he's just seen into another frame.
Yes, now that that red went into the bouquet black end, and the balls will gradually become open. But it's a free go, he's not going to leave anything easy.
One.
Nicely played. And it's a nice table. Cost Trump the last frame. He caught the angles of that left corner. And it wasn't a good safety shot.
No.
And he played. It's not like he's missing. Well, this one's a little easier. I didn't think he could see this one.
17.
So the game's most successful break builder is in again.
But he's going to keep his concentration. He rarely does his miss easy balls. He does do occasionally, but very rarely.
32.
I think I mentioned the one with Selby at the Crucible. At 7-3, Trump was a heavy favourite. But O'Sullivan now can reel frames off in no time at all. The last one was only 8 minutes.
40.
Play for any number of the reds. Just waiting for a chance. Will he get one?
55.
Well, that's the thing now. One visit frames.
Easy one, whichever way he plays it. Looking at taking the red to the green pocket. Brilliant.
Well, he's not just coming back, he's coming back. Making breaks. That's gone wrong, but snooker's required. That was a ball, that red.
74.
And it goes anyway. So, and Ronnie O'Sullivan is starting to play some of his best snooker of the day. At exactly the right time, he's missed the black, but surely the frame is his.
I'll say the same thing. Needs a good break off. And that's not the best. Down the pressure. Maybe getting to Trump. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
And burying people. This is the other side of it, isn't it? Digging in, producing your best snooker when it really counts.
Want some hard frames.
No.
go in the middle of that, accurate with the positional shot, which he is.
17.
The red above and to the right of the black. Mm.
24.
And he might open more reds up here.
25.
Sure of the pot rather than the position. Too high.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 32.
Yeah, well called, Joe. It had a go, didn't it? In the end, of just dropping.
Ronnie
I
O'Sullivan,
thought it was going to
32.
drop there, look.
Hasn't potted a ball since he made the century in frame 13.
1.
So
Well, this is his chance, David.
exactly, out the 2 frames from O'Sullivan, who started to produce the goods. So let's see how Trump responds.
So not a good shot on the green, really.
5.
And I don't think he can screw directly to the red. Left corner. To the green and finish straight on the red. It was an easy shot to leave himself the right angle on the red. See.
10.
To the black are available. Would have liked, yep, would have liked to have been absolutely straight. Don't think he can hold for the pink.
27.
He prefers a right-handed. Well, he switched to right-handed. What a time to switch to right-handed.
It's Trump because he's at the table, but still work to do.
31.
In a moment.
Now every chance to complete a hat-trick of Northern Ireland Open titles. A special event for him. It was the start of his great run of going to be 9-7, 9-7, 9-7. That would be incredible.
And his heart will be pumping, make no mistake about that.
47.
He's got to hold himself together. Just a few.
Like the Ronnie O'Sullivan that we've seen for the last 3 decades at the top level. One late twist here. He's won this frame because he was bang under it. The way O'Sullivan was coming back at him. He was 7 years of age when Stephen Hendry won the same player won the same ranking event 3 years running. It's a very rare feat. And he's done it, Ronnie O'Sullivan, in the final.
74.
In this battle for supremacy at the top of the game.
78.
And suddenly he can relax.
Brilliant.
Event number 19 for Judd Trump. He's 11th in 2 years. It all started at this event in 2018.
89.
So it's a hat-trick of Northern Ireland Open titles for Judd Trump.